So good morning, y'all. Um, I think the time may be right at 4 o'clock. But anyways, y'all know the last time I came on here, um, I came on talking to y'all through my anxiety that I was going through. Not that I was going through, that I still am going through. Um, I'm still having those moments, but not as bad as they were before because some kind of way I worked up enough nerve to finally try um, the medicine that I was prescribed. And it does very well with taking the edge off of you feeling the anxiety, but it still ain't quite strong enough to not wake me up in the middle of the night. So currently, I've been up since 3:30, which seems to be the magic number whenever I'm gonna be woken up out of my sleep. But and I don't know why that is right now at this moment. I really do want to know why. Why is it at 3 o'clock? But it's a little bit different tonight. And even though um, when the anxiety kicked in tonight, I still got up and got outside of the house. So whatever's happening right now in this moment, it still was enough anxiety there to make me um, not want to stay inside of the house and come and get in the car. Um, this anxiety kind of feels like a heaviness, maybe like in your chest or your stomach or something, and it kind of make it feel like it's hard to take a deep breath or something like that. And it's not really that any of that stuff is really happening. I'm breathing fine. I'm fine, but it feels. That's what anxiety is. It's like a feeling. So Um, hey Monet, how you doing today? Yes, it is a early morning for me. I don't know if you know Miss Monet that I always call you. This past week, this is the first full week that I've been going through anxiety attacks, waking up at no matter what time I go to bed. If I can go to bed at 10 o'clock and I will be woke at 3 o'clock. It's like it's the special time that's been designated to get up for this whole week. And it's like waking up and some well, not waking up by yourself, but it's like somebody's screaming inside of your house. Get up, the house is on fire, and you wake up with that feeling in your stomach. So that been going on for a week now, and yes, there's been a lot of stuff that's going on around me, and I don't know how to maneuver around this yet. So it's very, very frustrating to be going through these moments, and sometimes the attack lasts for a very, very long time. But I do try and come on and like talk through the anxiety um as I'm going through it, but this ain't one of the things that I desired to be on here really um talking to y'all about. But it is life with Tashana, where I say life is like a box of chocolate and you never know what you're gonna get. And so literally the ones that follow me, I've never been one that had a set time that I'm gonna come on here. We tried it before where we go coming on at 9 o'clock every morning, and then it's just a lot of things that switch up. in your life on a day-to-day basis. And so what I have going on is all I have that I can share. And unfortunately, right now, it is my anxiety slash panic attacks that I'm sharing with y'all. And at times it's very frustrating because you want to go to sleep because this thing is on this past week, I've been averaging on probably about a good 3 to 4 hours of sleep. 3 to 4 hours of sleep every day. So that's what I'm working off of um right now. What makes it anxiety? Well, one thing that makes it anxiety, and Monet, I think the question that you're asking me is, um, what makes me say that it's anxiety that's waking me up at this time in the moment? And I think I understand that question in more than one way, but let me answer that. And one reason I say that is because I was diagnosed with anxiety and panic attacks. And so since this is what I felt the last time, and I'm going to say that yes, the doctor gave me his answer. But what I will say also is I know that this is a spiritual thing that I'm working through. And I've been through this before. But like when you go through something, there's different levels of it. It's like going to school. When you go yes. But I was diagnosed with it a long time ago, like back in I'm trying to think of the year that I was diagnosed with it. 2009. 2009, I was diagnosed with it. But this whole entire time that I've been diagnosed with anxiety slash panic attacks, of course, a prescription comes along with it. But I have been one of those people that I hate medication. So I have, and I'm proud to say that when I went through this, I mainly went through this me and God alone. And anybody that have anxiety, you walking around all day long with a fit, and sometimes it's not all day long, but in the moment, it's like just a person screaming that your house is on fire while you're sleeping. You waking up in that panic that you're in. It feels like a panic on the inside of you all day long, probably multiplied by like 10. But for the most part, I've been moving around without taking any medication and just like working through it, crying through it, pacing the floor. There's a lot of different things that you can do to um, work through your anxiety and your panic attacks. But it becomes very, very frustrating after you've laid down and went to sleep, and this scary feeling happens again, You lay back down and you try to fall back to sleep, and then it happens again, and you right back up. And after a while, that back and forth thing makes you come to makes me, not anybody else, because I don't know about anybody else, but it makes me come to a conclusion. I'm just going to give up on sleep because it's too frustrating to keep fighting, trying to get it. Um, so I'm just going to give up on it, which then leaves me with about 3 to 4 hours of sleep every night. And I will say that this is one of my better nights. I haven't dropped any tears with this one right here. And for those of y'all that's in, if you don't mind, please hit the like button, um, or the dislike button, whatever it is. Hit something if you feel like it, and if you don't, thank you for being here, anyways. But yeah, and it's also like a thing. Like I'm waiting for the sun to come up. But anyways, it make me feel like too on the inside. It's hard to get in a full breath or whatever. So it's like there is comfort in just being outside when you in this situation. So um but yeah, like I said, too feel like part of this is spiritual. Like I have situations that happen to me. Like one of them I can explain is like um one time my sister Shalissa was she was in labor, and I'm like a person that other people, I've heard people name it as empath. I haven't did a whole bunch of research and read up a whole bunch about an empath. I have went and looked at the definition and stuff of it, but I ain't never had no name for it before. So I'm just gonna explain it like I do. But it ain't gonna be like I really really know. But anyways, my sister was in labor one time, and I'm sitting in the labor and delivery room with her. She done got the epidural. And I'm sitting next to her, and every time the machine is going off, because even though you have an epidural, the machine still picks up the contractions and everything that's happening on the machine. And I'm sitting in the room with my sister, and I can feel the contractions that she is not feeling because she having medicine. And after I caught on to it after a while, I was like, wait a minute, I gotta leave out of here, and I gotta regroup, because if I'm going to feel your labor pains, then I may not be able to be in here, because I don't want to have nobody else baby for me. I don't want the contractions. I got enough children on my own. I've experienced enough labor and delivery to not want to feel somebody else's own. No, thank you. So I had to walk up out of there this time. Sometimes I sit next to people and I can feel how they feeling. And I want to learn. I'm very in tune with people that's sitting right next to me. And so I want to, as much as I'm compassionate and empathetic and all of that stuff towards other people, I feel like I need to learn how not to take on people's energy, and then it becomes their energy, their spirit, whatever it is that's going on the inside of them. I need to learn how not to pick their stuff up and tote it with me, because it's a very heavy thing for me. There's a lot of stuff that's going on in my life that I have been talking to y'all about, and I don't think it don't seem like it should have given me any stress or anything to this point. But the more and more I think about it, to me, it seems like I'm just going through this for nothing in the world. But I actually think um, this specific person that we going through this whole thing with, I'm actually feeling her anxieties, that because there's a lot of pressure on this person right now. But I don't know how to, not pick up other people's problem or issues and not make them mine. It's not something that I do intentionally, but I'm definitely aware that is happening. Um, that's good. You're paying attention to the sleep pattern. Yes, I'm paying attention to the sleep pattern, and it's happening. There's only one time the numbers change. One time I went to bed around 10 and I woke up, and I thought it was later than that, and it was one something. And that happened Friday night. I woke up at one something. All the other days, it's like it's mandatory that at 3, between 3 and 3:30, that wake up call is coming. So usually I would be up until the sun came up, um, with this anxiety attack, because it just feel better once the darkness no longer exists. Yeah. And this one this morning is not really that bad, because all the other ones that's happened, I'm frustrated. Not that it's anything like to cry about, but the frustration of not getting the sleep. And I'm not going to say I'm not getting the sleep that I need, because I think I'm getting sleep that I need. What I'm not getting is the sleep that I feel like I need, if that makes sense. But yeah, y'all, that's what and I don't want to talk to y'all until like the sun come up or whatever. I actually do want to go back and like try and go um back to sleep. Cuz I usually try that until I get overly frustrated, and then I'm crying and everything, because this is not what I want my life to be right now. But this what I got right now, so that's all that I can give to you all at this moment. Wow, I just join you, but I feel others' energy and read their spirit. It's too much for me. I also know when someone has passed without, oh my God. Mm. Latisse Corliss, when I tell you on everything, I understand that. And oh my God, how I wish I really didn't understand it. But even with me, one time my mom was here visiting me in Orlando. And the last time I saw her, she was getting ready to leave, but I was at work when she left. But she came by my job to see me before she left. And when I gave my mama that hug that night, I went inside. I went back inside my job, and everything in me felt broken, everything. And this same feeling that I feel right now is like what started happening inside of me after I gave my mama that hug. I went back into work and I couldn't focus no more. I couldn't do anything. I started crying. And so I called my husband and I was like, something is wrong with my mom. I said, I know it is. I can feel it. And I told him, I said, I just want to go home because I couldn't get past that point. Well, um, I want to say that probably a week. I want to say it is because I can go back and look into my journal and stuff, but mm, about a week after me feeling that feeling, my mom passed away. And that night, I felt the feeling, but I didn't know what to do with it. And I just kept telling my husband, something's wrong with my mama. I can feel it. I can feel it. It's like I was being prepared that she was about to pass away. And so when you say that, I definitely understand that. And the thing is I don't know how to I don't know how to not um feel that. Letice, I have a question for you in just a second. Let me read Miss Monet's question. The wake ups are from Miss Monet Stewart. See, that's why I already understood your question because I knew it wasn't just about um know anything. I knew something about the number 3. And when you're being woken up out of your sleep at nighttime, something about that, my mind keeps associating it with that 3 is like that time that you supposed to be up, and maybe that's um me and God time. I'm not quite sure on that one. That's what I feel like at this moment. But me, I keep on searching for it. Every time I wake up, I'm not asking. My question is not to ask God why this is happening, like in why me? Why me? I ask why to know the purpose in what I'm doing. And I figure once I know the purpose in whatever it is that I'm going through and it's for a better good, it's helping me to grow or something, I feel like I'm a stronger person to walk in it when I know when I know, you know, why. And there you go. The 3 a.m. Yeah, so the wake ups are from God. Yeah, I believe that. Let me finish read the wake ups are from God. Be still and know that He is God. Just be still, sit there. Don't think about the past or the future. That's another thing that's very hard to do is like um that's another thing that I be trying to focus on is not throughout the day, not worrying about what my night is going to be like, just like stay in the moment. But I've always been a person that like try and think ahead and like try to prepare ahead of time or whatever. So even in this, like I don't think about it. Sometimes it's just like so overwhelming that I can't help. but to think about it. So, and then I talk myself out of it, whatever. But I I'm definitely paying attention to those wake up calls. And so and I'm trying to stay in the moment, in the second, or whatever it is, but all the time, that comes along with some fine tuning. I've learned to live apart from others, so I don't. Oh, Latisse, um, I've been living apart, a very quiet and peaceful, very quiet and peaceful time. A lot of my videos that I have on here has been me out in my big garden doing what I do, and I don't hang around a lot of people. But some of the stuff that I've been going through lately has put me in contact with people and in close proximity to them. Um, wow, I'm thinking about a whole bunch of things as y'all typing the things that y'all type. But I've learned to live apart from others, so I don't have to tell them what I felt or seen. We know too much, and it causes anxiety that others read as weird. Um, it absolutely, it absolutely can. I've been sitting next to somebody, and I can tell them I feel this, this, and this, and this, and sometimes it can make you feel like you're a little weird because sometimes you can speak up about those things. You're feeling it. The person's right there next to you, and you can tell them that you feel it. And then that person can tell you, oh, I'm feeling just fine. I don't feel anything. Now, just because that person answered to you doesn't necessarily mean that they're not feeling that things, or do they just feel so private or so closed off of that they don't want to tell you that that's actually what they feel or whatever. And it's all kinds of things that come up with it, but it is hmm, I'm just gonna say I'm different. Yes, I'm different. I'm like yeah, but I too do those things. Is like I'm very closed off from people, but where I've been at this past couple of months and everything, it's like wow. And listen, a part of me, because I've already came on here and like talked about some of it. The number 3, y'all, I'm up at 3. I guess we is all together here at 3 o'clock. Right, it is difficult and definitely not impossible. And Latice, me too, living apart from others. One of the things that I had been coming on here is that I've been going through is somebody that I've known for 20 plus years. Um, we've been dealing with a lot of lies, lies about everything. And um, I'm looking at this person, right? And I can't deny it. I've known this person for 20 something years, it's like I helped raise them. Um, the lies are so many at this point, it almost seems like there is no point in talking to this person, being around this person, no nothing. It's just the best thing you can do for them is pray for them and keep it moving. But I feel, I want to say about 85% of what I'm feeling is her pressures that she's feeling because of all the lies that she been telling. And because I have been calling out the lies, and I'm so connected and close to this person, I feel like her weight is so heavy right now because there's like a lot of people that she been lying to. And I feel like she just a walking ball of nerves and everything. And I can feel everything that she feeling. And the only thing I want to do is unlearn it. I've been in the room or in the same area with her a couple of times since this thing has happened. And when I tell you, like, her nervousness is on, especially when there's like three people in the room that she's been lying to, and those three people have never connected before in the room, there's like an overwhelming nervousness that's there from her. And it's like every day I wake up and I can feel what it is that she's going through, but I just don't know how to back out of it. I don't know how to get away from it. I don't know how to not. And even though I know that she's a compulsive liar, that does not change or stop me from loving her, because love is not a light switch that you can just turn off and on. I'm very hurt that this person lied and lied and lied on my name several times. And I still love them. It doesn't change that. But I'm trying to figure out how to back away from it so I don't feel this right here. Um, Closed off and comfortable in your skin or aware of yourself is excellent. Well, I learned and it messed how to relax and it messed up my day. I nap about 10 a.m., but I will fill my soaker tub up, um, relax laying back in it, pray, get up, and go to sleep. Sometimes that will help me. Yeah, I find so many different things that can relax me. But it with this situation right now that's going on, there is so many layers, and it's the thing that is happening in my life. And a question was asked to me last night. Do you think if we don't discuss this situation anymore, that your stuff will go away? I don't think it's about a I don't think that it's about a discussion. Um and this situation too is also something that before this situation even went down with this person, A year and a half before this happened, I've been saying to this person, and I'm not being disrespectful, but I call her the liar. And right now, that's because there are so many lies. And I know for a fact that they're lies. I don't have any questions about them. I'm willing to stand on them. I'm willing to say it to her, but I call this person the liar. Um, I lose. It's so much stuff to think about around this, but the question was asked to me. Do you feel like if you don't talk about this no more, this light go away? And I'm like, I don't even think it, and you all don't even know. It's like every day she tells something different, but there's not enough people that can get together in one place where she can't continue the lies, and the lies is just so over the top. And so I don't know if that'll work. Maybe that is one of the things, but I'm not even anywhere near her. I haven't seen her in a minute or whatever, but I'm still getting this right here. So, anyways, um, well, I learned. Okay, then I read that one. What is your birth month and day? Mine is 11/22. Mine is 8/7, August 7th. Um, but yeah, I don't I don't know where this going. Oh, I know what I was telling y'all. A year and a half before this, all of this stuff went down, I was talking to the person who I called a liar, and I was telling them something is getting ready to happen in your life. Like, I keep having these dreams. I can hear the word in my ear that she was about to get ready to go through something. And I've been saying it for a year. I've been telling her things like, you used to have a really good relationship with God. You used to talk to him and stuff. You need to get back into your relationship, get back into your word, go back into your relationship with God. Point blank period. I've been encouraging this person. Um get back into your word, get back into talking to God, get back to, you know, point blank period, the things, you used to get into, because you getting ready to go through something. But never in a million years, over this year and a half, year and a half that felt like a million years right now, did I think that me saying this to her, I thought whatever it is was finna happen, that I was gonna be on the outside of it. Not that I was gonna have anything to do with any of the stuff that happened. Um, and still right now, I still be saying that I wish that I was on the outside of this, but that's not the way that it happened. It actually feels like I'm the one that this situation is happening. It feels almost a little bit like I was the one to kick it off. And I definitely didn't want to be that one, because I've been saying for a year and a half, and it almost make you feel like, oh, even though this ain't happening, people can take this and do with it what they want to. But in I know in my full body, I know that this is not something that I was trying to create or make it happen. I actually thought it was going to be something that wailed on the outside of me, and maybe that I would be used as a person to like help talk her through it or something like that. But never did I think that I was going to be a part of it in this way. And when I say a part of it, I already told the story about this, is that how this whole situation started and the lies began to come out was, um I was at this person's house one day, and a note came in the door to, um you know, rent hadn't been paid and stuff like that, right? So then she owed money to somebody else, not just somebody else, but a couple of people. And this person was getting ready to demand a chunk of money from her that I knew that she didn't have. And with me seeing that letter, I spoke up to that person that was getting ready to demand money from her because they were tired of waiting. I spoke up to that person and I said, please don't do it. But because I speak up for this person a lot of times, and a lot of people always tell me, you always defending her. You always defending her. No, it's not that I'm defending her. Whether you like what it is that I'm saying or not, the way I see it, what I seen with my own eyes, and the truth that I know, that's the truth that I can speak on. I can't speak of it from the place you've been in because I can only speak of what I seen. And it made it seem like I was defending her every move. But I'm only speaking from what I've seen with her. I haven't had anybody there that's coming on the side of me saying, um, she be lying or something like that. And I've never had another person. She been solely the only person that been hanging around us and me and my family. So I didn't have anything to weigh her lies up against. So then this person is like, what you here you is once again defending her again. What do you know? Why you telling me I shouldn't take my money from her? And in the moment, like, I really didn't want to tell the person, but the person was like, I'm on everything. In this person word, this hoe gonna give me my money today. And when she said it, I said to her, please don't do it. I say, because, well, she said to me, if you can't tell me why she shouldn't pay me my money, she giving me my money today. And I just said to her, please don't do it. I said, because she still owes her rent that she haven't paid. And then the question was, well, how do you know? Of course, I want to be quiet at that moment, but here it is. I've already stuck my neck out here and said, and then yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said it. Thinking back now, I shouldn't have said it. And it is her business. I can say that. But what I keep asking myself, did you lie? I did not lie. I didn't make up anything. I spoke up because I didn't want something extra to happen to you. But in the midst of me trying to stop that one thing from happening, I didn't know that there was going to be an avalanche of things that came out. Um, and that's exactly what happened with me telling that one part. And then she saying basically that it wasn't true, that um, she wasn't behind in her bills and everything. And I'm just like, okay, this is unbelievable. Once again, I got somebody telling me, and those that have been here know that I got this thing of people surrounding me that love to tell me I'll do the opposite of what I'm actually doing, which has been a part of my life, my whole life. Um, I'm getting touched on in all different ways, and in other people's mind it's not happening. Or they just making excuses so they don't have to deal with it as adults or whatever, but always being told the opposite of what I'm doing. So that part of it was very frustrating. Then when I speak up for them, then they start to say, well, that's not true. She shouldn't be telling my business and stuff. No, it's not. This person know me all this time and I've been defending them, protecting them and everything. And in this moment, you think I just went and told your stuff just to be telling your stuff. Well, anyways, when she said that I was a liar about what was happening, then all of her other stuff starts to fall out of the closet. Not only is the rent behind, but when I tell you every other bill is behind too, there's a whole lot going on. There's a whole bunch of lies about a whole bunch of things. So once she told me that I'm a lie, everything starts to fall out of the closet, and all these people coming out of the woodworks and now saying this, and this, and it's turned into a whole mess. And though she is telling the people that I'm the liar, the lie, she's naming me the liar. And I'm trying to figure out, huh, you waking up every morning at 3 o'clock because of this situation? So then this is where I'm trying to get the balance of it. Is it necessarily that I'm feeling all of her weight and stuff like this? Or is 3 o'clock my time to get up and pray? I don't know exactly what that time is. I'm paying attention to the time. I know what the three um has represented for me. I don't know if I'm necessarily right, but I'm all over the place. Like, just I want I want the truth. That's what I want. The truth. The liar is a demon spirit. She can't help herself. Oh, Miss Monet, with everything in me. That's the reason why. Good morning, sister. Um, with everything in me, see, when I dig into stuff, like I really, really dig, right? I can see her in the way that she moving, and I know everything about the way that she grew up and everything. I know that this was a spirit that was put up on her because she's the head, the mom was walking around lying about everything, living a lie. And if a kid is in their mom's present and all these lies and stuff come up, then the kid will learn how to be a liar. You can teach your kid how to be a liar. Just like I've made videos before. Some of these parents think it'd be funny that somebody knocking on their door and then they send their kid to the door to answer the door to tell the person a lie that they ain't home or whatever, instead of you just telling the truth and be like, hey, I don't want to see you. None of that like that right there. You're teaching your kids to lie. And so I know that she can't help herself. It's the way she grew up and everything. But it feels so. This is what my problem is, Miss Monet. Cause see, you getting down to the nitty gritty when you starting to talk about this stuff right here that she can't help herself. This the part right here is where I start digging, and it's like I know that this stuff is like deep rooted in her, and this is why I say I can't turn off the light switch. I can't just walk away. I've actively walked away from her, right? But again, that does just because you walk away from somebody don't mean you turn off the love, the prayers, and all of that stuff. I'm still actively doing that. But I know what she going through. I can see the evidence of everything around her. But let me tell you what the issue is that's very heavy for me right now is that I watched her be brought up in a situation like that, and now she has a child and she doing the same thing to him but wants to discipline him about being a liar. And when you add the baby in there, that's a whole nother that's another weight for me. And when I'm watching, I watch this kid try to be so helpful. And when he being helpful, sometimes he gets shut down in the times that he being helpful. And I can see me in him at times of you there and you're trying so hard to be helpful. Um and it's like nothing you do. Hey y'all can finally see me some light. Um you're trying to be so helpful, but it's like everything that you're doing, it's question is like you go up and it's like, are you okay? How are you doing? And then in those moments you being asked, how you doing? Get the F away from me. It's like the love you trying to give to somebody, they don't really want it, but it doesn't stop you from trying to give it to them. And then how long before you go to that place before you break a child's spirit? Um, there's so many levels to this right here. But it's a mess. It is definitely a mess. She can't help herself. Once you recognize that, and you have, the lies don't mean a thing for you. She will need to recognize this also to be set free from that demon. Oh my gosh, Miss Monet. Now that leads me back to whenever I see her and I think about her, I can feel the bondage that she in, that everything that you say and everything you do is a lie. I can't imagine getting up every day and the things that I say to people, only thing I know how to do is say to them is a lie. Everything has to have a little bit of a lie in it. Even if you're trying to get to how are things when you were growing up? All the people around her can see the things that was happening, but she's still telling us a different story of how I mean, the lies are over and beyond. I mean, there's lies that she's told about me. She's actually told somebody before. Actually, my niece. She told one of my nieces that I said that I didn't want her at my house anymore. And I don't know if, I guess she's such a nice person, the way that she moves and everything, that my niece didn't even think to pick up the phone and call me in the moment. She was just so hurt that she thought that I said that. And so she does call me and she's crying at this moment. And I'm like, well, what's going on? She was like, Auntie, why would you tell somebody that I'm not allowed to come to your house before? And I was like, what? I was like, what you mean? What do you mean that I said you can't come to my house anymore? She was like, well, the liar was getting ready to go out to your house. And I asked her, why didn't, she knew that I wanted to come over your house. So why you didn't tell me that you were getting ready to go? You knew I wanted to go over Auntie's house. And she was like, well, she said she didn't want you at her house no more anyways. And I was like, wait a minute. So I called the liar, but mind you, we didn't get on three-way. It's like I'm talking to one person, hang up with that person and call the other person. So I called the liar and I'm like, hey, um, why would you tell my niece that I said I didn't want her here at my house anymore? Oh, that's not what I said. That's not what I said. You know how she is. Anything you say to her, she wants you to say verbatim of what the person said. And I said to the liar, I said, no, no, no. But see, you saying anything to do with the house, because I've never said anything close to that of saying she can't come to my house. I never said any of that. So what were you trying to tell her that should have been verbatim of what I said? And she stuck with that. So now I call my niece back and I'm like, well, she's saying maybe you misunderstood because that's not what she said. You know, she basically told you X, Y, and Z or whatever. And she rolled with it. And there's been so many other situations that has happened. And it's like before, like I couldn't really see it. And now it's like all of the stuff is finding out. So this stuff is very overwhelming. But yes, Miss Monet, she has to recognize it and the liar is a demon spirit. She can't help herself. Once you recognize that, and you have, I definitely have. Yesterday, last night, and more every day, I'm coming to the conclusion that this is the way she's lived her life, and this is the way she deemed to be um, what's working out best for her. But I can see it and know that, man, you so tied down and bogged down and everything with all of these lies. It's like she laying up under a blanket of them, and she can't figure out how to get from up under the lies. Um, and to me, it's a very sad place to be, that every day you got to wake up and you got to lie about life every single day. I don't even know how you can keep up with that many lies. I just don't. And for me, that make my stomach hurt to know that somebody is getting up, living their life. Somebody close to me like that. They getting up and living their life in this way on a daily basis is very sad. So, and really, unfortunately, I can't. She got to see it too. That girl, ain't nothing about your life is going to change until you come from up underneath the lies. So, um, she will need to recognize this also to be set free from that demon. The devil is the father of lies. She's listening to the devil. And the way that has been working is that everybody who is involved in this, because this thing has really gotten really big, and she's actively working to make sure that mm, the people that do know that there's lies, she's actively working to make sure we look like we may be bullies. Um, we may be piling up on her or whatever, but and I promise you on everything, not one time um have we been dogging her out. Um and the lies, they are hurtful, but it's like, and then the more and more you hear from her or you hear her talking or whatever, it's like you just sit there now and just let her talk, because everything that's coming out of her mouth is a lie. Even like one of the last times that we were together in a place, and I wasn't saying anything to her. I was just there to, just in case I needed to be asked a question. Um, a question was asked there on that day. Do you feel like, because there's, at this point, there's three of us, um, and the liar. It sound like I hear a baby crying. Anyways, there's three of us sitting there talking to the liar about something that's very, very heavy, that I ain't gonna share that part of it. Just know that this is deep. We talking to her, and one of us asked her, do she feel like any of us, like we betrayed her, or did she feel like this particular person betrayed her? She took the biggest sigh or deep breath that you can have. It can be heard across the room. And it was like, no. And when she answered that, there was not a person out of the three of us that was sitting there believed one word that came out of her mouth. Because we all know she feels like she's been betrayed, but um, I don't believe that you can betray somebody with the truth. I think the way that you betray people, and that doesn't mean that the person can't feel betrayed, but I don't believe you can betray a person with the truth. And I think that this person, rather that we never have met each other ever in life, now that all of this stuff is happening. But um, yeah, um, I know he definitely the author of confusion, Miss Monet. Definitely. God knows her situation and her son. He knows what needs to happen for them. In other words, the liar is God's business. Amen to that. Not for you to deal with. Don't play God. You can't help her. Miss Monet, that would be another thing that I absolutely know for sure. Because when this came down, my hopes was that when we talked to her, that she would admit something. I'm just looking for any little piece of accountability. There is absolutely none. And I knew in that moment when she was asked, did she feel betrayed? I know she felt betrayed. I'm telling you, I could feel it coming from her. But when she was asked, do she feel betrayed? She took that big woosah, and she still ultimately told a lie. She said she didn't feel betrayed by us. She walked away from us and came back across us, and it's like she went down the hall and like she felt like the heaviness of it, and she came back and like she was pacing in front of the elevator, like she wanted to get in the elevator and just get away from us because she was gonna bust out crying. Um, and I knew in that moment that she doesn't know what freedom feels like because she been in bondage with those lies for so long. I know she don't know how to find the window or the door to get out of it. Is when I recognize that she couldn't even tell us the truth. Um and we are all people that has been there for her, really. And for her not to be able to say, because in that moment, I would be able to say to my friend, I feel like you betrayed me in this moment because you're talking about X, Y, and Z in this area. Um, but she couldn't even tell us the truth in that moment. So um was in that moment I knew her bondage was bigger. I wanted her to be free in that moment. But I also knew I can't I can't make her I can't make her be free. I can't make her choose to be free. You have to want to be free. And it's like we all standing around. When you think your baby getting ready to walk, you watch them with an intensity to like, because you don't want to miss the moment of when. And it's like, I want to see her be free. And it's so sad to see somebody living their life this way that you got to get up and lie about every single thing. And for me, I will admit that that is heavy. I definitely don't want to be her God, nowhere near it. I don't want to touch none of that right there. Um, but I can feel the bondage that she in. And maybe that's the part I'm fighting to get away from. I don't want to feel none of that. Um, and Miss Monet, I think that's gonna be my word for the day. You can't help her. And I already know that, but it's something that I can keep saying. And what I do know is I can't help her in the physical, but maybe them prayers, I can help in that way. And so, um, that's where I am. That's where I am with it. Each time you speak with the liar, you're talking to the devil. Come on, somebody. And he wants to keep you preoccupied with his mess in her. Mm. Oh my gosh. Miss Monet, I know you missed a couple of lives. I heard a lot of people don't be getting my I get a lot of people telling me a lot in my um up under my shorts and stuff. They seem to think that I'm no longer here, like it doesn't give them my notifications and everything. I don't know what's going on, but anyways, um a, a few videos back, I don't know what made me make this decision, but I said I won't have another conversation with her. I don't want to talk to her. There's no need for me to talk to her because everything she say is a lie. So I don't have a need to talk to her. And I also said that if I ever do talk to her again, there would have to be 7 or more people in the room for me to speak to her again. Um so I recognize that part a long time ago. And that I can't have no conversations with her. But I was in her presence last Tuesday, and that was the last time that I physically seen her or I sat in the room with her. And I didn't ask her any questions. Um, she's not allowed to ask me questions. Um, yeah, I was there only to talk to the other 2 people that were there in the room, basically. But I did ended up saying a couple of things. Well, I was talking to the room, and she's there in the room, so she was under the sound of my voice. She heard me, but this is something, definitely, Miss Monet, that I already know that there is no conversation with her, and I will know when she ready to have a real conversation. And I've always told my sister them, sometimes when you catch people in something, sometimes we want it to be fast that they've changed things. I say, but there's always signs of when that person is ready to switch up something. The signs are always shown to you that they're moving a little bit different. Doesn't mean that they're perfect, but you can see a change. You can feel the change in a person when they're ready. And so I know she ain't ready. So my desire is not to be around her, not to talk to her. I've blocked her. Um, yeah, I know. um, Childish journey. We want the truth about ourselves. She has to want. Oh my God, Miss me. That's me right there. I want to. I go. I don't like sitting in a room with people that are just going to agree with what I said. Mm-mm. Oh, I'm thinking that's a baby crying. That is a cat screaming like that. But um, Yeah. Um, hey, binge thinker. Everybody up early. Let's go. This journey, we want the truth. Yeah, that's what I'm when I'm sitting in a room with somebody and I'm talking to them about, I can be as passionate as I want to. But let me tell you something. Listen, this the last story that I'm gonna tell. I think about this situation, right? There's a situation where I was going through another situation, and I'm talking about it, and I was like, I had this a preacher tell me one time that I had if you put the M on the front of this word, it's a urderous demon. A preacher told me that a long time ago. Well, I was so irritated that he said it to me. And I was just going on and on and on, telling my sister-in-law about it. You know, what he said to me and this, and this. And she paused in the middle of it and she was like, well, let me tell you like this right here. She say, um, being that he said it, she say this, where you at right now, you probably didn't want to hear that he said it. She say, but you probably better not throw it in the garbage. She said, you better put it on the shelf and you better pray over it. She said, because there could be a chance that you do. Now, was I happy that she said that to me? Because I was like side-eyeing her. It's like, what? I got a murderous demon. Like, what? um, and those of you who know, when you've gone through um traumatic situations where you've been touched on as a child and everything, your mental in that area and stuff can definitely be a murderous. Sometimes those thoughts turn into murderous thoughts. And sometimes every decision you make is always in that spot. And because my sister-in-law said to me, don't throw it away now because you ain't went to God and talked to him about it. You know, you better search it because it might be there on the inside. And when I tell you, that thing made me start to examine myself. And at the time that this was happening, everything that I kept saying, um, it ended up in saying something close to those words, is that before you know it, you're speaking those words about unaliving somebody. And then it becomes this pattern or whatever. So, anytime you got those things on the inside of you, you're a person that constantly have to talk to yourself about the thoughts and stuff that you're having, that's where she put me at. And I'm saying in those ways, I like people to talk to me in those ways, to not necessarily agree with the things that I said, but I be up for for conversations. The same spirit follow us around. They just change bodies to creep back in on us. That makes sense. What Monet said about the devil. Amen. So don't feel bad for her. She has to suffer. Mm. Stay in her hell until she's ready to come out of her hell. Right. Those notifications are unreliable. Yeah, and I just look at it, Miss Monet, at this time, I feel like I ain't trying to figure out no notifications or anything. I just want to stay on who's supposed to be here in whatever conversation or whatever I'm talking about is going to be here. And who ain't supposed to be here ain't going to be here. It don't matter how many numbers I got. The 9 people that's in here right now is supposed to be the 9 people that's in my room right now. And I'm thankful for those 9 people that are here. If it was only one person, I would still be thankful. And I'm thankful for all the people that um, God allowed to be in here tonight. Um, I feel like a little bit lighter. I feel like I got a little bit more confirmation and I'm headed in the right place with this of turning it loose and not trying to fix it or um, and that's me a lot of the times. I want better for people more than they do for themselves. And those of you who don't know, that's a crazy place to be in. You want something for somebody more than they want it for themselves. Um, but I'm glad, I'm happy for, and that's what I came on here with. If I can just talk to one person or hear from one person that me having my conversation, um, if it helped them, or I can, vice versa. Because a lot of times I come on here, I don't come on like tonight. I ain't come on here. I ain't come on here to help nobody else. I came on here for help for the situation I'm in. I got my own situation going on right now, so I came on here to talk through my situation, and then come to find out, there's other people in here that's up for the same reasons that I'm up. You know, um, and sometimes I be, you know, when days go by, by now everybody already knows Shauna going through something because she does not hit the live button over here on Life with Tashana when life be lifing like it do. Because just sometimes you just don't feel like I don't want to share my down days, really. But then too, I have one thing about YouTube and some of these other social medias too. I get very irritated when I see and this is no knock to like other people who I see like on YouTube. I hate illusions. I really do. I hate them with a passion. Um so not necessarily saying that a person is creating illusions, but like some of these channels like you go to on YouTube, they show everything, all of the good, the pretty things and everything. And that's, all dolled up and everything going good, everything going great. They show all the things. But those things right there mess with me in some type of way because, when I was growing up and stuff, you look at certain people and you think because who they is, like their life is this and this and this. And I learned a long time ago that, honey, illusions really do exist. And so I don't like them. I don't like illusions. I don't know who else feel that way, but and it don't really have anything to do with the other person, because maybe that's just what they want their channel to be about or whatever. But it's like when you're always showing that everything is perfect over here, I feel like it gives a false sense of how life really goes, because we all know ain't nobody getting up with every day just going hunky dory and we clicking our heels together. We all have ups and downs. And so for me, when I see things like that, it make me think to myself, um, oh, everything's perfect over there until I can hear in the background. Girl, that does not exist. Perfection does not exist. You can work towards it, but ain't none of us out here perfect. But you all, like I said, I came on here. I feel I'm in a different place than when I first came on here tonight. And I thank God for the confirmations that I've got that I'm heading in the right place to, like, not give any more. And that's going to be a process too. I feel like I'm at a certain level of this process, but um, I'm definitely not where I want to be. But I'm definitely working towards that. Um, Backing all the way out. Get off the driveway, point blank, period. Until this person is ready. So, that's what I'm trying to get to. Clicking out here, like, right? Jump. You got to jump up in the air, and click them together. Buying space. Thank you very much. God definitely has this. And there's several things that been said in this live this morning that I'm definitely going to write down and keep reading over and over again. When I be going through something, I'm the queen of like post-it notes that I stick them on the wall, and I know what those post-it notes mean. And I don't have any post-it notes right now. But I'm definitely going inside and I'm going to write on paper that I cannot help her. I cannot help her. When you're always the helper, there's a lot of people in my life that I want to help. I've told y'all the stories over and over. Help, 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 help. And I always end up getting the bad end of the stick every time. This has been something that's been constant. I got a phone call from somebody that I hadn't talked to in maybe a year that told me, leave them all behind. Leave them all. And it didn't feel good for this person to tell me to leave them behind. But I understood what he said when he said it. But when you're looking at your family and you don't want them in that place, like your extended family or whatever, like you want the best for them, it's like I don't know if y'all was able to hear that. But I got that phone call on that day and it was like, take a deep breath and feel it, because that's not what I want to feel. But out of the blue, just called me and said, after not hearing from him for almost a year, leave them all behind. Leave them. And when he said it, I didn't know how big this was, because this is working in several different areas of my life. Like, I've been pouring into people, just giving, giving, giving. And when I tell you everything that I've been giving, honey, they've been doing the monster mash on, when they say don't give your pearls to swine. And I think what I don't recognize is I want good for everybody who's around me. But do you know that everybody that's around you don't deserve good, or they don't want it? They just want to be in the mess that they in. And I don't know how to really get into that. I just know that I want what is right and what is good for everyone that's around me. And there's a lot of people that I can see that I can say some of those things to or talk to them about it. And I can definitely see they make a change and they pay attention to themselves and they accept what I say. But then there's a bunch of them that there's things that I say to them and they want to keep coming back getting information from me, but they don't utilize any of it. It's like they just talking to me for conversation's sake. And now that I got that phone call, I know that these are the people that you've been giving your pearls to for years and years and years. Give them no more pearls. Leave them behind. And I think that's where I have a problem at. It's like, I want them to get it so bad and I want them to have it so bad. It's like I'm standing there waiting on it and I want to force them to take it. And I don't have anything to do with that part. Um, what I want to get inside of me is Shauna, lead the horse to the water and leave him there. Leave him there. So that's going to be a part of what I'm going to walk with. I've tried to help them get over here to this better place. I've given the information that I know on the inside of me, but right now, you can't help them. You can't help them. And I have to be okay with that. I can't help everybody. And thinking of helping everybody, I remember my first experience over here in Orlando, because where I come from, I've never seen, and I'm not telling you that I came from the best place. Y'all look up Gifford, Florida on the map and you will know. Yeah, Gifford is not luxury. But where I come from, you didn't see a lot of homeless people. And when I came here in Orlando, we were coming from church one late night and we got right on Paramore and we were coming up Paramore. And I woke up right then at that time. And when I woke up, we in the dark and I see hundreds, not 4 or 5 people, hundreds of people sleeping up under this overpass in Orlando. And I'm looking around, mind you, I'm just waking up as we coming off of this trip. And I'm looking around at all of these people up under this bridge, and it's like 2 o'clock in the morning. And I'm asking the person that's driving, what is happening here? Why are all these people out here? I felt so so slow at the time, but I'm literally wow, why are these people out here like this? And she said, she said to me as like I was the weirdo in the room, they homeless. I say, what? I say, are you telling me these people sleep out here like this every night? And she was like, yeah. If and at the time she had to think that like I was like the weirdest person ever, because my heart was breaking seeing and knowing that all of those people are there and they homeless. And what does Shauna want to do? Shauna wants to help them. And that's just me. I want to help everybody. Everybody. I do. But I know today I can't. And I ain't. So, yeah. um, Leave them all behind. You have the Holy Spirit in you. There is no place for a demonic spirit in a born again Christian. Don't even allow that thought in you. Thank you, Buying Spaces. I really appreciate that. No room. God told Abraham, to leave. Leave them behind. And leave them behind. I'm telling you, that was my word. I got that phone call on August 6th, the day before my birthday. Leave them all behind. But y'all know, for a person that be trying to help everybody out, even see, I'm learning how to be selfish, what I call it, anyways. When you used to doing everything for everybody else, but you don't really want nobody to do nothing for you, or you don't know how to accept that. That is me. But that's gonna be my thing for the day. Leave them behind. Leave them behind. Well, all right, y'all. This finna be the end of the live. Leave them behind. Y'all, this has been Life with Tashana. And over here, life is like a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get. Sometimes you can pick the box up and you can read up under and cheat, and it'll tell you what kind of chocolate it is, but some of these boxes you get, it don't got no label up under the bottom of it telling you, well, such and such is. But anyways, it's like a box of chocolate over here. You never know what you're going to get. Some days we over here in the garden, but the one thing we are about is growing over here. Growing on the inside and growing on the outside, making sure you keeping something growing in your yard at all times. And so in this moment, I am definitely stretching and I'm trying to grow. And sometimes in growing, you use certain things, and sometimes certain things work, and sometimes you use those things and they don't work. What I'm doing right now is I'm learning how to move around and do some things a little bit different, because this part right here, you wanting to help everybody, is not working for you. So right now, that's the area that I'm growing in, that I can't help everybody. And with the help of God, I'm going to leave them behind. So you all have a beautiful day. If I don't get any more rest this morning, I'll just be out here in the garden and doing me something in that way. But I really appreciate you all for coming through, and those of you all that spoke up on this early morning. I really hope y'all have a blessed day. You have to cut out the weeds off that lawn. Amen to that. And that's what we gonna do. That's what we do today, is cut the yard. And if I cut the lawn, if I whip out the old lawnmower today, buying spaces, I'll be saying buying spaces told me to cut the lawn, get rid of the weeds. Good to meet you too. But that's what we're about over here. We're about growing, what we can talk about, how can help us grow in that way. And just to know that I've been talking to y'all about this situation that's been going on. I even felt weird about coming to talk to y'all when the lion situation first happened from the get-go. And I was like, I don't even know if I'm going the right way with this, because I'm not after to hurt anybody. But when I feel like somebody is trying to hurt me, I feel like I'm in a place now. I've never been able to defend myself before. But like right now, anybody who telling me that I'm lying about a situation, then I ain't ready to get in no fight or nothing with them. But okay, then let's have the conversation. Tell me what I'm lying about, and then I'm gonna tell you what you lying about. And that's just where I am. I don't need to have no screaming match or no nothing with you. But I'm gonna beat you with the truth, not no lie. That's what I'm gonna do. And so, but anyways, I'm not gonna even beat them with the truth no more. I'm gonna just leave them behind. And that's the word for the day. So if y'all figure there's somebody in your life that you need to leave behind, leave them behind. Y'all have a good day, and I hope y'all continue to grow. And any prayers that been sent up for me during this live, I ask God to give it back to you 10 times what you sent up for me. In his son Jesus' name, amen. You all have an amazing day. See y'all next time.